We are like.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bayside Council Local Planning Committee. We're gathered here today to make determinations on development applications that are to the value of less than $30 million. The planning panel now has the role of the council in determinations of those sorts of applications. The Bayside Planning panel deals with not only development applications, but also matters relating to potential rezonings, contentious matters, and other items that would not be dealt with under delegation. The matter's being live streamed and is being recorded faithfully for the prosperity and also for checking and verification and auditing matters. The Bayside Council would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Gadigal and Bidjigal people of the Eora tribe, and pay their respects to the elders past and present and emerging. The people of the Eora nation, their spirits ancestors will remain part of our waterways and land and our Mother Earth. Can I just confirm that we don't have any apologies this evening? And we have our panelists here, which I'll introduce you to shortly. I can say we don't have any disclosures of interest. I can also say that we did have minutes of our previous meetings. They've been signed off by previous chairman, and I've also had the benefit of looking at those minutes, and they all are clear and concise. Introducing the panel, perhaps I'll start with myself as chairman. My name's Gary Shields. I'm the chairman of today and also a few other planning panels. My background is, firstly, I have master's degrees in planning, urban design and traffic, and I have a PhD in planning. My background is primarily that of a consultant for 30 or so years, and I was also a director of planning at a particular council in the inner west that should remain nameless. Some people have said I worked for three of the more difficult councils in Sydney, but I can say it was a lot of fun. The serving on the panel we take very seriously, and we like to think that we make the best possible professional decisions that we can. And with that in mind, introducing, or before I do, can I say I have no interest to declare today, and might I introduce you to the first panel member, Robert.
Robert Montgomery is my name. I'm a planner. I have a background in working in local government, state government and private consultancy. I currently operate my own private planning practice. I also sit on three other local planning panels as expert and chair, and I also provide independent advice and reports for other councils. Thank you. Oh, and I don't have any conflict of interest to declare.
My name is Judy Pye. I'm also a town planner. I've been a town planner for over 35 years. My experience is in local government, in development assessment and planning. And I currently am on numerous other local planning panels. I'm a state appointed member to regional planning panels, and I also have no interest, not conflict of interest to declare.
My name's Corinne Elias. I am the community rep. And I have a background in planning with no conflict of interest.
Thank you, panel. We have two matters to deal with in public arena. And we have one matter to deal with with the public absent. I believe we have, and I'm going to the first item first. Sorry, we have one person addressing us, do we not?
Yes, we do.
And that's in respect of the second item on our agenda.
We have Jacob Simpson who will be addressing Ramsgate Road, the signage created.
Thank you. Are you there, sir? Can you hear me?
Hi guys, yeah, sorry, I can hear you.
Jacob, could you just for the record announce your name and please address the panel with what you would like to say? Can I just ask before you start, you've seen the recommendation?
I have seen the recommendation, yes.
Council Officer's report
Sorry, can you say again?
and the Council Officer's assessment report.
Yes.
It would be helpful if you can address those matters that are raised in the report, of course, the concerns. Thank you. Can you keep your address to 3 minutes, please, sir?
Yeah, that's fine. So my name's Jacob Sinton. I work for Claude Outdoor, so we're the outdoor advertisers in all parts of Australia. And I guess what makes us different is we advertise small businesses only, so businesses that obviously are in your council area. So we have 14 of these signs in the council area, and we've been looking to upgrade these signs across the country to a static electronic format, which includes, so it's basically an LED screen, which allows us to have 8 separate advertisers on that screen. Obviously, it rotates through and it complies with the New South Wales advertising guidelines in terms of dwell time, luminance, rotations, and that kind of stuff. So we've got approximately 120 of these in New South Wales already, and this would be the first in the Bayside LGA. And the reason we're doing this is because it actually allows us to advertise smaller businesses than what we currently do. So it actually allows us to utilize a cheaper price point for local businesses, such as local tradies, local vet, GP, that kind of thing. So those businesses actually have an avenue to advertise, but they're also just sharing that space with other smaller businesses. So that's literally the reason why we have applied to upgrade this sign to this new format. And that really is the gist of my address. Yeah, we submitted this, I think it was in March 2021. But look, I understand that there's a lot of issues that have to be resolved before you guys can approve this kind of thing. But yeah, look, happy that it's come to this recommendation. So yeah, that's basically it for me.
Thank you, Jacob. Yeah, stay there on the line if you would. There may be some questions, some discussions that the panel had earlier related to first of all the content of the sign, and secondly the speed in which you might be replacing the current sign.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, like I said before, the content that's displayed on this screen is purely local business. So it might be, local GP, local vet, that kind of thing that's in your council area that are looking to advertise, where, newspaper and radio just doesn't cut it anymore. People don't listen to commercial radio that often anymore. People don't read the local newspaper. So it's actually a really effective form of advertising for smaller businesses, and that's kind of our niche in the market, really. We don't do the campaign, we're not advertising the next BMW car, next Marvel movie, that kind of thing. So that's the type of content. And then in terms of dwell time, so the New South Wales average is 10 seconds. That's where it rotates between advertising. But we find that because they're smaller businesses and they want to be up there, have a bit of outreach, we give them 30 seconds. So we've actually added 20 seconds onto that dwell time. And that also, from a safety point of view, a car pulls up, cars driving past, they're not really going to see the change. The change is obviously instantaneous. There's no flashing or anything like that, but 30 seconds just kind of make sure that there's no risk of that, people seeing that change. Obviously there will be one or two that will see it, but yeah, other digital billboards around if you drive to the airport, that kind of thing. They'll all go at about 8 to 10 seconds. So we've increased that to 30 just to keep everyone happy, really.
And second question, when might you be pulling down the current sign and putting a new one up?
Sorry, can you say that again?
When might you be replacing the existing sign?
Yes, look, once we've received the termination, then we can move probably within a couple months. It's just all about sourcing parts and getting everyone on board and ready to go. So, yeah.
Panel, do you have any questions of Jacob?
No question. None.
No questions. Jacob, thank you for your very clear and concise address, and well within the time limit, I'm pleased to say. We'll make a determination shortly, and we'll be able to find out results in the next day or two on the council website. So thank you for being so erudite.
Cool. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your help.
Thank you. We have a second person addressing us.
That's the applicant for the.
Not the applicant, just on
Okay.
behalf of the applicant.
All right. As far as that item's concerned, we'll determine that very shortly. So let's move on to the next item, which is the 16 Carlton Street, Arncliffe. Sorry. This concludes the public component of the meeting, and I declare the public meeting closed at a record time of 12 minutes past 6. Thank you for your attendance.
Yeah, excuse me.
You on mute?
It's Chris Bambury here. Are you able to hear me?
Chris Bambury, we're just closing the non-public, the public meeting, so we're going to commence the non-public meeting, which your item falls under.
Ah, okay. Thank you.